Morning, y'all. Nash and Joe with the Tampa Drain Dudes. Today we're just outside of Temple Terrace. We're doing a French drain installation for a commercial security system company. The whole side floods, the whole back floods. So I'll go ahead and flip the camera around and give you a quick walkthrough on what we're going to be doing. First off, we got to get the Mini X through here to dig, and they have no gates that are going to fit. So we're popping down this chain link right here. And here we're going to be regrading all this, adding some soil and some bahia grass from the fence line to the corner here. You can see they had an old sump system installed, but it wasn't quite working. So we're going to do a big gravity fed system. Doesn't require any power when power goes out. Back here, I'm going to go ahead and include a picture or two, I think, that we took whenever we came out and quoted. Now you see this whole low area floods, and that was about a week and a half after it had rained, still holding water here. So it's real bad for that foundation here. Their gutters come off the back, flood this whole area. So we're going to be running 6-inch SDR 35 with some catch basins through here. There's an old septic system that's collapsed, I'm guessing from this building, he said, right here in the middle. So we got to be real careful of that, and some pipes going down the middle. Going to be a real cautious dig. We're going to try to keep good slope coming down this way. After we get this line in on this side, we're going to be bringing in some soil, and we're going to be filling this level, regrading this whole side. That way it's not slanted down towards the building. And we're going to go ahead and put some bahia grass on this as well. We're going to carry this line out this direction. Only thing we got to worry about over here is the fiber optic cable. You can see it coming in the ground here, running down where these flags are this way. This drain's going to carry out downhill right here in this natural gully that we got, the city's drainage. So pretty simple, pretty straightforward, pretty big. So we're excited to go ahead and get started. It's going to be a 2-day project probably. Could do this one by hand. It's really not much bigger than a lot of the residential properties we do, but the pipe is bigger. We're usually running 4-inch corrugated. Today we're doing 6-inch solid SDR 35. So we don't want to dig it by hand, and it's supposed to storm this afternoon and tomorrow. We want to get this done quickly and efficiently. Let's get to it.
We got Nash over here having some trouble with the little window in the excavator.
Cut that part out.
Your muscles look good though.
Cut that part out. The pens get stuck.
Apparently the pens get stuck. Nash is just full of excuses today.
First try.
All right, everyone, we got the first project of the day that we are about to have to figure out, and that is, will this little Mini X fit? Let's find out. And she fits, folks.
All right, we got the little X in here. It's a tight squeeze, a little bit bigger than what we wanted today, but hours canceled on us last night at like 10 o'clock, so make do with what you get, right? It'll work, it'll make it easier, it'll make it quicker, but it was definitely a tight squeeze.
Taking a quick look right here, these are some things that we need to watch out for. Right here is an old septic tank that collapsed, and the property owner ended up just filling it with gravel, but we still don't want to hit it. As well, we have these two pipes that you see here, this dark gray one and this light gray one. What we're going to do is we're going to excavate to the side of it so that we have no possibility of messing with or damaging these lines, even though they may not be in use. We still just don't want to take the chance. Just a few little things that we always have to watch out for.
All right, y'all, we're getting set to lay our catch basins and pipe now. Today we're running 12-inch basins. I know a lot of our videos we say not to run 12-inch basins, and the reason we say that is because usually when people are running 12-inch basins rather than 6, they still have a 4-inch outlet. Most people think that this is going to catch more water, but really what's important is the flow outwards, which usually contractors are going to still be using 4-inch drain pipe, so it really isn't going to help drainage at all. Today we are running 6-inch pipe, so we're going to be using the larger diameter of the outlet on the catch basin, so we will have higher flow. That's really it.
How would you say what the customer request?
And I had somebody behind me who was mumbling terribly, mumbling, wah, wah, ho, ha. He was mumbling. Very distracting. Very distracting.
And the customer requested 12-inch. So, yeah, that's always another reason. All right. Well, made it past the AC unit, coming down the line. Got to make this turn here. And we found out they already have a French drain system over here. You can see all this drainage rock. Inside it is corrugated black pipe. Looks to be 4-inch. It's also too high compared to our level that we're digging at, so we get to remove it now. It is what it is. And it's hot. But we got air conditioning in here. Let's go. Well, the rain has started. Forecast shows about 2 to 3 full days of nonstop rain. So, fortunately, we're not going to be able to have this backfilled in time. Looks like the other contractor that might have installed the drain in the back possibly did this. Not sure, but whoever did this is terrible. I don't really have gutters. I'm not sure where the water's coming from, but it's not out of the pipe necessarily. It's just coming down.
Oh,
this is the front of the building. The bit that is coming out of the gutters comes uphill, and then it just flows back in all around this. That is a catch basin.
Where does it go to, you might ask?
Really, really far. Far away from the property. Uphill. This is way too common. Guys, if you have somebody install something at your house, at least let it be downhill. That's all you got. It's a simple thing. Drainage is simple. It's catch water, make water go downhill, exit water. This sucks. But the whole front of the place is flooding. And this is why. You can see a job this size once we get back in this tight space. And we're running 6-inch. There's no way we're going to dig the whole thing by hand. Done that a couple times. Not doing it today. It does get super messy. We like to keep a super clean workspace. Luckily, this is just a commercial job, so we don't have to worry too much about how it looks during the process. Residential, we like to make sure we get that sod nice and clean, use tarps, but we're also going to be resodding this whole back area anyways tomorrow, weather dependent. But for now, weather stopped, gave us a little bit of a gap right before we left, so we made around this turn and out here to this drain field where there was already an existing drain that was not working, probably because they handmade, it looks like, a perforated pipe out of corrugated 4-inch. Didn't wrap it in fabric. A lot of rock, that's good. But aside from the rock is clay, so I'm sure it's built up in there. Also not sure how far they took it, because the rock stops right about here. And it's just clay. And there's also about 3 lines we've found. You can see a size comparison of the 4-inch. It's flattened, but compared to the 6, much bigger pipe, much larger diameter. Probably not necessary for this job, but they said they get a ton of water here from all these buildings closing in, so we want to make sure we do it right the first time. Go big or go home. Dirt just got here. Looked sunny for a second, but in the time that the dirt was getting delivered, got a little bit of rain. And I just think we're gonna have to put this off for a little bit. This thing is filled. You can see what happens when it rains. That was about a 5-minute good heavy rain, but it's rutted out. Once we get the soil sod to the height of these catch basins, this will work real well. But that ain't gonna happen if we don't get the weather up in time. See, this one's underwater now because our exit is further down here. Comes out somewhere in here, but then we got a blockade right there, so it filled up all that, unfortunately. We're going home. All right, day 2. We got a break in the rain. It rained all night. Hopefully this drain that we didn't get covered back up didn't float up.
I got good news for you.
Mini skid, shut up. Joe already cheated and went and saw it. So sod's in. Hopefully the soil gets here and then it doesn't rain, so that doesn't just deteriorate into the freaking parking lot here. Let's go check it out. Is it gonna float to the surface? Problems a lot of time if you don't get these buried in time before the rain will settle around the catch basins and they will float up, and we'll have to redig the whole system. Actually, there's not even puddling. There's a little bit down here towards the downspouts, but see, we got rocks on there. I'm not going to be upset about this. This is pretty good. See, the water is flowing through catch basins. Wow. Hey.
I'm actually very impressed.
Cool. Not a bad start to the day. I mean, it's kind of disgusting. It's like 85 degrees and super, super humid and windy today. But, you know, the drain's working pretty good, and we haven't gotten it to a point where it should be working. So, let's get started.
2 hours later.
No! God, please, no! 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 No!
Woo! Florida!
The next day.
All right, day 3 on what should be a 1 to 1.5 day project, but the weather is saying no. Not too mushy. Still pretty mushy though. It's probably gonna be filled with water back here. Actually, not terrible. Definitely expected worse. Once the sun's out, probably dry it up pretty quick. And over here at the outlet that we dug as it started pouring on us, you can see the water made it out up to the point where it wasn't deep enough of a trench and just stayed. Let's get this finished today. Joe's finishing up with this trench over here. You can see how much water got in this line overnight. Got a man-made river going downhill. It's been flowing for probably 2 minutes.
About 5.
Just constantly. That's how much water's been sitting back there. We still got flow here coming out, just about out. Got this side almost leveled back down, waiting on the topsoil to come in so we can go ahead and throw that on the other side, level it out and start adding some sod. But we have some high points on that side, so I'm gonna go over there and start doing that. So close, but he is in.
Final steps.
All the way across. Running out of daylight, but we're getting it done today.
We're trucking.
About finished up the drain. Now we just got to pick up the little bit of dirt and sod we got left. Pack ourselves up and get on out of here. Mosquitoes are out. Sun is down. Boys are still working. Getting that overtime.
Early the next morning.
All right, y'all, that is a wrap. If you are looking to have a drainage system like this installed and you live in the Tampa Bay area, go ahead, check us out at tampadraindudes.com, where you can fill out a quote request form and we'll head out your way and we can get started on a quote. If not, leave any comments, questions, concerns, or complaints for you keyboard warriors in the comments below on this video. And other than that, like and subscribe. All right, appreciate y'all. Hey guys, it's Nash. If you guys made it all the way to the end, thank you very much for watching this channel. Sorry we did not get into the depth as we do on most of our videos. This was a pretty large job. The rain kept us at bay for about 2 days, so it went from a 1.5 day job to about a 4 day job after we finally got finished cleaning up. Really the only thing you missed is at the end, whenever we daylighted the pipe, all we did was run it out. We put a little bit of a filter grate on it, and then we put some curbing underneath it. That way it would not erode the grass or the dirt below where it was emitting. Pretty basic job, really. There was just a lot of obstacles in the way. But we got it done, got it taken care of, and the last thing we had to do was clean out pretty much the whole parking lot because of the rain, moving the dirt everywhere, made a pretty big mess. Thanks for watching. Like, subscribe. See y'all in the next one.